Hi, my name is Kira Kneller, and this is Christy Field and Ginger Nicolai, and we are drug and alcohol counsellors with ARC programs. ARC programs provides a range of services for children, youth and families in the interior of BC. We all work in School District 23 in Kelowna as drug and alcohol counsellors. We provide one-on-one counselling in middle and high schools, as well as provide community education. The Parent Survival Kit, titled How to Talk to Your Teen About Drugs and Alcohol, has 4 modules. Each one is about 15 to 20 minutes long. The information is intended for parents or caregivers. However, it will be applicable to anyone wanting to better understand youth and substance use. These presentations are not inclusive of all the information about drugs and alcohol. However, they will help you get a basic understanding of teens and substance use. Here is a brief description of each of the 4 modules.
This module will provide a brief review of a few other drugs that we are coming across in our community, including the misuse of alcohol, prescription pills, and the fentanyl crisis. It is important to note that in the interest of time, we are not able to go over all the drugs that are commonly misused. However, there are a number of resources at the end of this module that you can access for more information. If you are concerned about your teen or would like to learn more, our information is provided at the end of the module as well. In BC, the overall rate of youth who report drinking before the age of 15 has actually decreased over the last decade. However, 39% of youth do report binge drinking over the last 30 days. And although there are no significant gender differences, females have been found to binge drink at a younger age than males. So we talk about binge drinking and we talk about alcohol poisoning. But what is alcohol poisoning versus someone being drunk? So alcohol poisoning is experienced when somebody has too much alcohol and is extremely dangerous and can cause coma or death. Signs that you and your teen should be aware of that could be a sign of alcohol poisoning are disorientation or confusion, passing out, slow or irregular breathing, cold, clammy skin, slow heart rate, and potential of vomiting while they're passed out. If you are looking for more information on the signs and how to help when somebody is experiencing alcohol poisoning, there's a great resources at the Canadian Centre for Addictions and Mental Health. Females and males actually have been found to metabolize alcohol differently, which is based on the amount of an enzyme in their stomach and the water concentration in their bodies. Typically, males have been found to have a higher concentration of both enzyme and water, whereas females actually have very little of the enzyme and can therefore experience signs of intoxication faster than males. There are a number of influencing factors that can change how a teen is impacted by alcohol, including their height, weight, what they ate that day, who they are with, hydration, sleep, and tolerance level. So overall, although a gender and a sex difference does make a difference, there are a number of factors that play a role. For those parents who have young people who are starting to talk about driving or starting to have the conversation about getting their license, the link at the bottom of the slide here is for CarBC drinking and driving website. It's called drugsanddriving.ca, and I highly recommend it for any parent of a teen who is beginning to look into getting their license to begin the conversation about impaired driving and the effects of various drugs on their ability to concentrate on the road. Although underage drinking is illegal, we are aware that many teens are curious about alcohol use. Therefore, it is important to maintain an ongoing conversation with your teen about how to stay safe if they choose to use, potential risks, and where they can get help if they are ever in trouble. Some simple ways to establish a safety plan with your teen include communicating your expectations and rules around alcohol use before they go, such as a curfew or rules of the home, arranging for them to have a safe ride home ahead of time. How are they getting back? Where are they going? And at what time? Don't encourage them not to mix alcohol with other drugs. So making the choice about what they're going to choose to use and the potential impacts that it can have if they choose to mix. Arranging a safe word with your teen ahead of time that they can use to call or text you if they feel that they need help. And ensuring them that if they choose to use this code word, they will not be in trouble and that you will be there to help them. Further, encouraging your teen to have a safe, sober friend with them, or being the safe, sober friend themselves can be very influential, especially because teens will work very hard to keep their friends safe. And encouraging your teen to choose ciders or coolers or a beer over hard alcohol if they're going to choose to drink, including limiting how much they have available, talking about how they know when they can be at their limit, and avoiding taking shots or shotgunning, which can increase their risk.
An e-cigarette or vaporizer was originally developed as a quit smoking aid that was considered a healthier alternative to smoking tobacco cigarettes. It is battery operated. It's a heating device that heats the e-juice, which is a combination of nicotine, propylene glycol, and other chemicals, for the purpose of being inhaled in vapor form. E-liquid is available without nicotine or in 3, 6, 12, or 18 milligrams of nicotine per milliliter of juice. While a tobacco cigarette can have 8 to 20 milligrams of nicotine, the average is 12 milligrams. Some of the concerns with e-cigs and vaping are nicotine is a very addictive substance, and when people smoke e-cigs, the person tends to take more inhales than they usually would with a regular cigarette, and they hold the smoke in longer. Also, there are concerns about renormalizing tobacco use in teens, since e-cigs are promoted as being healthy. And some Canadian studies have also shown that 13 to 18% of non-smoking youth have used an e-cigarette, and 31% have wanted to try one. Research also is showing that e-cigarette smoking increases the risk of future tobacco product use in adulthood, which can lead to addiction.
According to Health Canada, after alcohol and marijuana, the third most commonly abused substance among youth is prescription pill abuse. And there can be a variety of different reasons why teens may use prescription pills, including, to help with physical pain, mental health issues, help with sleep, curiosity, help with alertness, to help with weight loss or performance enhancement. Teens find that prescription pill abuse is easy to get. Those pills are easy to access. 70% of the meds that are abused come from doctors, and then they can take the prescription for other reasons other than what it was originally prescribed for. There's a few other reasons. Not only are they accessible, they're typically in your bathroom cabinet. They're cheap. There's less shame attached. If somebody finds out, they can say that at least it wasn't cocaine. And they're not illegal. People have them in their houses. A couple points for parents just around prescription pill abuse is just to be wary of it and just to inform your child about the dangers of misusing prescription pills, role modeling appropriate use of prescription pills, explaining the importance of reading labels and the potential risk of overusing a pill, even if it's just a couple of extra ibuprofen, and also not having the pills easily accessible. Typically, the more abused prescription pills by teens are painkillers, anti-anxiety pills. They may be prescribed prescription pills and just keep using them after they're supposed to stop. So again, having a conversation with your teen, if you're using a prescription pill, talk to them, go over the label with them, and again, discuss the risks of overuse and the risk of overdose if they do overuse a drug. Another drug that we would like to just mention, just because of all the media and the dangers around fentanyl, we have clients that we work with that have overdosed from fentanyl. We have clients that are very interested in fentanyl, and we have clients that we work with that are actively using fentanyl. It's a very important thing to be talking to your youth about, especially if you're aware that your youth is using any types of drugs. Some of the dangers involved with fentanyl are the fact that it can be included in multiple other substances. If anybody's using ecstasy, if anybody's using any street prescription pills, any methamphetamines, fentanyl is easily added into those substances. And if you can see on the screen here, fentanyl is 100 times more powerful than morphine. Some of the stats from January to May of 2017, 525 overdoses in BC, which is a 109% increase from 2016 at the same time. Anyone using drugs should be informed of the dangers of fentanyl and the risks of it being in other substances. Having conversations and educating teens around naloxone kits and signs of an overdose. No one is safe from overdosing, and fentanyl is definitely out there and needs to be discussed. That's something that we can work with teenagers on. If you're concerned about that, please send your kids to us so we can chat with them about that or provide the education for them. So wrapping up that module, we'd just like to provide you guys with some supports that are available if you'd like to find some more information out. This slide provides a bunch of different websites on mental health, some on specific drug information. MindCheck, one of those apps at the bottom there, is a great mental health-based app, and it provides different mental health websites that are available for you and your youth. MindShift is another great app. It's designed to help teens and young adults cope with anxiety. It provides different strategies to help with relaxation, positive thinking, generally just active steps to manage anxiety. Good to Go is an app-based quiz, and it helps assess ability to drive under the influence of alcohol, marijuana, or emotional distress, and also provides information about the impact of various substances on your ability to drive. Saying When, that's that last app, it helps reduce or quit drinking alcohol by helping tracking your alcohol use. It helps identify triggers and strategies that have also helped you quit in the past or cut back. On this next slide, this is some community supports that might help you if you're looking for further information. Yeah, feel free to check those out, or their websites. And this last slide just provides some of the references that we provided you throughout the module. Check those out if you're looking for some more detailed information. Thank you.